Hello and welcome to the MTC, the Manufacturing Technology Centre. We're here to talk to Satty and Liam today about innovation and collaboration particularly. So come on inside.
Is why innovate?
So the MTC is a government-backed research and development centre. We are part of the High Value Manufacturing Catapult. We develop and improve innovation for manufacturing processes and technologies in an agile and low-risk environment. We have our partnerships with academia as industry as well, and our primary focus is to take those great ideas and make them reality, converting them into viable processes. We draw upon our engineers' skills here. Our engineers have come from a broad background and expertise and knowledge as well. And they also have access to some of the most advanced manufacturing equipment in the world here on site. My role here within the MTC and emerging markets is part of that collaboration. It's ensuring industry can benefit from innovation and technologies here from the MTC.
Satty, we have asked all of our contributors this first question, which is, what is innovation to you?
So innovation to me, or more importantly to the MTC, is all about new ideas and technologies. It's taking that forward-thinking research from academia and deploying that into industry. It's pushing the bounds of whichever sector you're focusing on and taking it to the next level.
So Satty, the question that comes out of all of this is, why innovate?
It's a very good question, Freddie. Why would you not want to innovate? Innovation is key to improving the UK productivity, and companies that don't innovate ultimately get left behind. Here at the MTC, we're passionate about developing tomorrow's industrial solutions and new technologies into businesses as well as the factory floor. So what does this mean to the water sector? Ultimately, the water sector is at a reactive state. They can become more proactive, more efficient, anticipate problems before they even happen, minimising costs, and also reduce impact on the customers.
Satty, final question. What would be your one message to someone who's innovating?
My message would be embrace innovation. Take it with both hands and learn from the other sectors. Understand what they are doing to help improve their businesses, to drive them forward, to keep them competitive. Here at the MTC, we engage with pretty much every sector, so we can take those learnings and deploy them into the water sector, where you can do the knowledge transfer and have that confidence as well.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Satty, for joining us on one of our Spark Innovation videos, and thank you very much for watching.
Thank you, Freddie.
Yeah, so at the MTC, I'm a senior research engineer in metrology and non-destructive testing. That's all about quality, how big something is it got any cracks or porosities. In particular, what I do, I help a customer find the right piece of kit for their challenge. So there's thousands of pieces of equipment available, so it's all about finding the right piece to do the right job. And as a part of that, it's going through all the equipment we know, picking the best, proving it out with trials, because that's what's important, and showing that it actually works and make the customer happy, hopefully. So collaboration with externals helps any business as far as I'm concerned. Whenever it comes to innovation, having a fresh pair of eyes, bringing in another person's opinion always helps improve this. At the MTC, we work at a variety of different sectors, and when we can combine a whole supply chain together, it means we can improve something normally for the tier 1 or the OEM for that supply chain, improve something for them, and if the rest of the supply chain are adopting it also, then that really helps it getting ingrained into that supply chain, so it becomes something that will hopefully last beyond just a few research projects that we work on. Okay, so original equipment manufacturer. Yeah, so at the MTC we work in a variety of sectors. When we first started it was mostly aerospace, but as time's gone on we've gained capability and knowledge in automotive, construction, fast-moving consumer goods, and what we find is the challenges across them are always the same. So what we specialise in is sharing the knowledge for something that works successfully in one sector and transferring to another to make it more effective in that sector. So in particular, when it comes to utilities, they've had a lot of challenges getting data on their assets. Most of them are very old or underground. So up until recently, there hasn't always been the technology to support that. But now with using metrology and NDT, non-destructive testing, we've been able to improve that and increase the quality of data we're getting and actually the amount of data we're getting. So behind me we can see we've got one of our measurement systems here. It's actually measuring old components, which unfortunately the supply chain doesn't exist anymore. So this would have to be guessed by an operator to remanufacture, and it probably wouldn't do the same job it was intended to. So what we can do is get data off existing assets, turn it into an up-to-date model, and now we can do things like improving the design, lightweighting using additive manufacturing, or even improving how long this is going to last by slightly tweaking the design, giving that smart information, using all that data to good use. And in addition to this, we can now get this onto a live BIM model, as it's referred to, where we can have all this information, not just out of the ground like we have here, but also in situ, using data collection through the ground, mapping all the utilities, so then we have a nice, easily understandable format of how this information and where these assets are around the UK. So as I've alluded to before, the challenges in manufacturing are always the same. We want to make the part to a better quality, we want to make it faster, or we want to make it cheaper. And once you realise that's the case for all manufacturing applications and engineering challenges, it's very much common ground you're working on. So what you need to do, as far as I'm concerned, is understand the problem to the best of your ability. And this is normally where it's great to have some external input from the likes of the MTC or even members in your supply chain. Get them to help you understand your problem, which you may misinterpret by being so close to it. Understand it better, understand what's available, maybe not in your sector, knowledge transfer from elsewhere, bring that across, and then replicate. And what's important, though, is not just copying what another sector has done, but tailoring it so it's specific to your business and your application to get the best out of any innovation that you're doing. My one message to summarise innovation is always have a fresh pair of eyes on the situation. If you can get anyone external to your process or your problem or your product, this doesn't have to be external like the MTC, it can be within your own business, having someone from a different department just to give a fresh opinion on the matter, I think is always the first step and will make any innovation more successful.